Tribal Chief certainly did not like this defeat at all. Now we will see next week what happens with the Usos. For now, let's focus on the top 5 things that you cannot miss from Friday Night Smackdown. And of course, we'll start with number 5. The Street Profits were drafted to Friday Night Smackdown and they started their path in SmackDown with a victory. And what a victory it was against such great teams like Ricochet and Braun Strowman and the Latin World Order. At the end of the match, the Street Profits took the win, and it was Montes Ford who took the win for the team. And I believe that with this victory, the Street Profits are starting their path towards the tag team titles of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It's such a great team, and Montes Ford, he deserves already a singles push that hopefully comes this year. But the Street Profits are now in SmackDown. Let's go now with number 4. Rhea Ripley appeared from behind and tried to attack Zelina Vega. A sneak attack that didn't work so well for Rhea Ripley because Zelina Vega defended herself really well. One thing I didn't like about this is that after that great defense, Zelina Vega didn't went onto the offense, onto attack Rhea Ripley, which should have been really great to see. Instead, she ran away. Of course, we all know that Rhea's character is that she is unstoppable and that everybody should be afraid of her, but I don't like challengers that run away from the champion because it makes them lose credibility. Zelina Vega should have stood there and fight the champion. That way she gains credibility that she can actually beat Rhea Ripley. But doing what she did, I mean, at this point, there's no credibility that she can beat Rhea Ripley at Backlash. Let's see what happens next week. Hopefully, it goes one better. Let's go now with number 3, and it's for the phenomenal one. AJ Styles is back in action, and this happens because the OC, all 4 of them, were drafted to Friday Night Smackdown, and of course, they went onto the ring and fought against the Viking Riders. And right at the very end, we saw a great, phenomenal arm from AJ Styles. So AJ Styles is back. And wow, I think that it's gonna be a very good history there with the Tribal Chief in the near future. Great for Friday Night SmackDown having AJ Styles back. Let's go now with number 2. And of course, it's for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retaining that WWE Undisputed Tag Team titles. They beat the Usos, and I have to say that this match is no better than the WrestleMania match. This rematch was, to me, in good quality, but it was one step lower than the match that they had at WrestleMania. It probably has to be, with the setting, of course. WrestleMania is such a great setting that it really uh, puts over any match. And this match was a SmackDown, so with setting already we are at an inferior level. Now in the wrestling part, it was good. We all know what these 4 guys can do, but probably the development of the match is something that didn't really sell me too much, because there was a part of the match that we had Kevin Owens being a little injured, and really I don't like too much when you have the wrestler being like injured. That didn't happen at the WrestleMania match. If you remember the WrestleMania match, the 4 guys were at the top of their levels and they gave everything they had. And at this match, like I said, there was a one point where Kevin Owens was a bit injured after the attack of the Usos, right at the beginning of the match. Of course, during the match, he tried to shake it off, but this match didn't sell me as much as the WrestleMania main event. probably because it was WrestleMania and this match was at SmackDown. And there was a very interesting moment when um, Paul Heyman received the call from the tribal chief and he sent Solo Sikoa to the ring. We will never know what was going to happen because Solo Sikoa was interrupted by Matt Riddle, and we don't know if Solo was going to help the Usos or, on the contrary, was going to help Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But at this point, you should know that the Usos losing this opportunity makes the tribal chief lose the patience that he had on the Usos. And that probably means, and maybe we'll see this next Friday on SmackDown, that probably means that the Usos are going to be kicked out of the bloodline. But this really makes for a very, if this happens, makes for a really interesting story. And I'll leave you right at the end of the video a video that I made about this theory where the Usos are kicked out of the bloodline. So go check that out. I hope that you're really gonna like that. So let's go to see the top moment of Friday Night SmackDown, and of course goes to the WWE Draft. It started right away this Friday Night SmackDown, and it was started by Triple H. He was telling the first four drafts, and then, well, we had some WWE legends also telling the rest of the drafts during the night. But let's check them out really quickly, and I'm gonna make another video where I'm gonna put some theories about this WWE draft. But let's see right now very quickly what happened with the picks from Raw and SmackDown. So the first pick, the Tribal Chief, and well, actually, and Solo Sikoa and also Paul Heyman. They selected these three as the bloodline, which is very interesting because you already see that they are not taking into consideration the Usos during inside the bloodline. So this is already telling you that something is happening there with the Usos. But let's see some more. So Cody Rhodes is gonna stay at Raw, which makes sense, of course, because he's now in a rivalry with Brock Lesnar. So Cody Rhodes stays at Monday Night Raw. Matt Riddle also stays at Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch stays at Monday Night Raw. The Miz stays at Monday Night Raw. Now we'll see that Monday Night Raw had some very interesting picks. Drew McIntyre goes from SmackDown to Monday Night Raw. Nakamura also goes to Monday Night Raw. And Imperium goes to Monday Night Raw, of course, with Gunther as the Intercontinental Champion, which should tell us that probably, very probably, Austin Theory is going to come to SmackDown, because I don't see probable that you're gonna have the two mid-card championships at one show. So Imperium goes to Monday Night Raw. Now the Street Profits goes to SmackDown, like I said at the very beginning. Damage Control goes to Friday Night SmackDown also. And this was a game changer. The Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair goes to Friday Night SmackDown, which probably was gonna tell us that Rhea Ripley may be going to Monday Night Raw. So Bianca Belair goes to Friday Night SmackDown. And here are where things start to get very interesting in regards to what could happen to Roman Reigns' championship. AJ Styles returns to Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, the whole OC was drafted to Friday Night Smackdown. But of course, we have AJ Styles, a former WWE champion, and he's a really strong character, and that maybe he could be one of the new challengers for Roman Reigns. Now we also have a very interesting pick. Edge comes back to Friday Night SmackDown. And of course, we all remember that a couple of years ago, he was in a really interesting rivalry against the Tribal Chief. And now he comes back to Friday Night SmackDown. So I'm guessing that he's gonna go after Roman Reigns. We also have Bobby Lashley that goes to Friday Night SmackDown, and this also makes a really dream match against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And of course, finally, as I said at the very beginning, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns stays at Friday Night SmackDown. That's it for today. I really hope you liked the video. If you like, please share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.